welcome back everybody to more Stormblood. We're going to be continuing out here with the Ruby Sea side quests. So we're going to be continuing this storyline with the Ruby Princess, Kurnai here. Basically, just a quick recap of the storyline with her. She's sort of like the Ruby Princess that rules the tribe of Rayan. That live under Rayan being like the white-scaled aura. There's a group of them that live under the sea here in Suino Sato, and they are ruled by a mysterious figure known as Ruby Princess, who lives in a palace all the way out over here. And not a lot of people actually see the Ruby Princess. She's sort of like by law, she must remain in the palace. However, the palace was attacked by like black robe figures. I'm pretty sure Asians or whatever that led Voidsen or something like that in there, and the palace got overtaken by demons. However, we managed to clear it out. Kurenai sort of like got spirited away to Suino Sato. We take out the demons here. We cleanse the people that were sort of like being possessed there. One of this was Kurenai's childhood friend, who had been posing as her, the Ruby Princess. Her childhood friend had been posing as her because they look very similar. However, currently that childhood friend, after being possessed, is like in a coma. So Kurnai, following sort of like this storybook that she's read, this tale of a way that could potentially wake her friend, she's decided to travel outward from Suino Sato and the underwater to try to learn of a way to help her friend. And then after this, we'll also be doing all of the side quests out here and then continuing along the main quest line to Yansha, to the next area, to the heart of Doma. But yeah, we're starting with the Ruby Princess storyline. So yeah, boisterous pirate. Apologies, my friend, but I will not be able to help you right now. I must give this young lady a tour of the island. Our island. Very, very nice of you, sir. Hello, Kurnai. So this is Onokoro. It's a lovely place. The people here are incredibly warm. I take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set foot on the island, he offered to take me on a tour. What are you looking at? Ah, yes, very warm and friendly. He's like, fine lass, my lady, please let me take you on a tour. Unless he's like, take me on a tour, but he just wants to rob you. We'll just do ... I don't know, the Confederacy pirates aren't all assholes. There was that one dude who saw one of the Ryan passed out on the shore and was just like, oh no, we have to go help her. He might not be ill-intentioned. We don't know. It's ... Cross his arms. So you're gonna stand there and ignore me? Is that it then? I'm her bodyguard. Oh, wait a minute. I know you. My comrades talk about you all the time. My apologies, madam. I was only just joking with you, of course. They said that she's been helping us around camp, and apparently she's sold a lot of beasties or whatever. Yeah, okay, my apologies, yeah. One can never have enough rich and or powerful friends. That's why I approached your young charge. That's right, she's our charge. Figured if I helped her now, she'd someday return the favor should I ever need it. So what brings you to our island? Yeah, see, he wasn't completely ill-intentioned. Yeah, he wasn't coming from it necessarily. He wanted to maybe one day get something back, but you know. We're looking for something. We're for a cure. You're looking to learn more about a fairy tale. Well, I know nothing of fairies or tales, but mayhap I can direct you to someone who does. There's a fisherman who visits us once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he's as old as the seas themselves. Wow. I reckon he, or of anyone, would be able to tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. You should be able to find him at the Quickscape Pier. Thank you for your assistance, sir. We will go speak with him right now. No worries, little lady. Just be sure to remember my name and pay me back when the time comes. Yes, he's not that bad. Kelwyn. Did the kind gentleman ever give us his name? No, he didn't. Oh, didn't say it. Without a name, I'm afraid I will be unable to send him payment for his help. We can go chase after him. It is terribly unfortunate, but there is little that can be done. Yep, can't chase after him now. He's too far away. Now let's probably make our... you can just give it to the Confederacy. In general. Now let's probably make for Quickscape Pier. We do not want to miss the Fisherman. I mean, they're like a family or whatever. Just give it to the Confederacy. Oh, Quickscape Pier all the way out on this side. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Also, we're going to be doing a lot of side quests. Let's eat some food. Get the experience buff. Alright, yeah, this is the pier, this is the pier. Elderly fisherman. Look at that long hair, dude. For an old man, dude, you really take care of your hair. What's your secret? Long, luxurious locks. Is this the right place? This man looks as though he could be the fisherman the man from earlier mentioned. Hello, sir. We've come to ask you if you know anything about some tales. Hello there. Is there something you need? Hey, you know anything about some tales? Well, child, let me just push away with my fishing pole real quick. The tale of the fisherman and the Rupee Sea. Ah, yes, indeed. It's been a long time since I heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me. Or perhaps my great-great-grandfather. Or perhaps my great-great-great... It doesn't matter who you heard it from, just tell us the story already. This is all good and well, sir, but could you please just tell us the story? Yeah, this sounds, the first one sounds really aggressive. We're very polite. Ah, yes, my apologies. Let us see if I can remember how it went. Oh, I very much hope you've not forgotten it. We might never know the whole tale if you have. The tome I received as a child was so tattered I could only read bits and pieces of the story. Oh, is this the first time you're telling us this, lass? I recall now. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onokoro who saved a Kojin of the Blue from the Maws plural, of a terrible beast. But beast singular. Maws plural, beast singular. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid. When taken, it would allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. It was there that their journey together began. They visited temples, palaces, and villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including a beautiful princess who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient Tamamizu potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather, or perhaps his to continue with the story. Upon being given this mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. Instantly. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. They were immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea, where they lived happily ever after. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. Yeah, thanks, dude. Calvin, from what we heard, I can only assume this story took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return to Suino Sato and see if we cannot dig up any mention of this incident. Okay, we also might want to, talk to the Koshin, as there was definitely Koshin involved there. Again, thank you very much, sir. You are a man of great wisdom. So polite. Yep, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you telling the tales. Sharing your tale with us. A man of great wisdom. What a kind young lady. Most people never ask me to tell them stories, and on the rare occasion they do, they complain at length afterward. You seem to also enjoy my tales. You are interested. Maybe someday I can tell you the tale of how my great grandfather discovered this place. I'd be interested to know, sir. I'm always interested in the lore. Alright, now we gotta go back to... yeah, Suino Sato. Back under the sea. Under the sea, under the sea. Under the sea, under the sea. And as soon as we're over it, we'll go for the dive. Unicorn, dive into the ocean. Alrighty. Let's go find her. Shiosai Isobe, as always. Oh, there she is, at her usual spot. Okay. Well, I know little of what life is like on the surface. It seems to be a lovely place. People are incredibly kind. The world above is a very large place with many, many people, and not all of them are so kind. So be careful. I grew up listening to stories of how pirates would slit your throat the first chance they got, but those on Onokoro seemed rather cordial. They will totally slit your throat, though. If you go against them, they will do that. They like I've seen them, not personally seen them, but I've heard them say that they strapped weights to people and sent them out into the ocean. They'll cut you. They're mostly just concerned with their own. They won't, like, they're not like completely cruel or whatever. It's more like you cross them and then they become incredibly cruel. But yeah. Though, perhaps I have your presence in part to thank for that. Yeah, we are allied with them. We've helped them a lot. Shiosai shall be joining us shortly. Most stories in Suino Sato are passed down orally. He should be able to tell us of any of our story, if any of our stories match the tale the Fisherman recounted to us, for us. A tale in which a Huron fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Koshin and wed in a palace under the sea. It sounds almost as if it is a story about Shisui of the Violet Tides. I believe that's the palace. Though the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a Cure might be something of an embellishment. Oh. To the contrary, Your Grace. I believe generations back a Ruby princess and a Huron man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Oh. Oh, I'm always not quite sure about, like, it seems like there is, like, I think one of the scions or whatever that was involved in Alamigo was a half-breed, I think, between, like, I think a Huron and a Rogadin. So we definitely hear, like, some of, like cross-race children. And you know, there was Hilda, who's a half Ellison, half Hur, so we knew that was the thing as well. But I was always just like, what about some of the other races? Like, what would that look like? You know, I guess Aura, especially Aura with anything. Like, what would happen if Aura and Makote? Would it be possible? Would it just be like a Makote with horns? An Aura with ears? An Aura with a tail? With a fluffy tail? Who knows? The possibilities. Like, would the offspring not be viable? Like, who knows? From a biological standpoint, this is fascinating. Until now, I had considered it to be merely a tall tale spun by the elders for their grandchildren. Yet it is possible that the story is true. Then there is a chance that the remedy also exists. It is not impossible. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. What you tell me, however, has revived my hope. That's right, dude. Never give up hope. You are a born leader. Through your actions, you have reversed all of our fates. That is incredibly kind of you to say. But without this wonderful lady beside me, we would never have come so far. Yeah, but he's saying you're the one that went to go, that was thought to recruit me. Also, dude, I love your brooch. Wherever this is. This is lovely. No problem, lass. I'm happy to help. I'm glad I could have helped you lot. Indeed, Mistress Light. Please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you are here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. So long as you are here. I'm not like this, but I'm not going to be here for long. But so long as I'm here, yeah. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you are about to announce your intention to travel to where the Koshin of the Blue reside in search of the miracle cure. It seems like the most logical next step. I wish you safe travels. I bow back. Kelwyn, at long last I can see the light. Hisui might finally be saved. Hisui being her childhood friend, yeah. Let's hope we can do it, dude. You say at long last if it was a really long journey, but all it was is just going up to just the coast there. Right. Kurnai. This is her. Alright, we will take the Paladin necklace. The Ruby Princess is eager to depart for Tamamizu. Kelwyn, are you ready to go? Good. Then let us immediately set out for Tamamizu. While Suino Sato has, for the most part, isolated itself from the rest of the world, we have had some little contact with the Koshin of the Blue. This, however, will be my first time visiting their village. Yeah, considering you were at the palace your whole life. Don't worry, lass. I've been there before. You've been there before. Excellent. Then you should be able to show me around. I bow back. Alright, away we go. To the next village bubble over. Alright, here we are, here we are. Oh, out this way. Okay, out this way. Oh, interesting. Even though for sure we would have been going from here, she's over here at this entrance. Okay. Here we are, lass. Tamamizu. It is not so different from that of our own village. Now, where should we begin our search for this ancient Kojin remedy? We can talk to the leader. We should ask some of our acquaintances for advice. We should find the Kojin who gave you the Book of Fairy Tales. I don't think she knows. She said it came to them in tatters, so we should ask her some of her acquaintances for advice. Well, I have met some Kojin during their stay in our village. I'm afraid I cannot recall who any of them are. But I know some people. But wait, perhaps I spoke too soon. The merchant who gave me the tome. Dude, I know people. If I'm not mistaken, he goes by the name of Inban. Let us go search him out. Okay. I would have talked to the leader, and because he seems wise and maybe he knows the tales, but sure. Because you don't know the leader, let's go talk to this merchant. Inban, hello. And who might we have here? It's been so many years, so it is difficult to be absolutely sure, but I think this is Master Inban, the merchant I told you about. Inban? That is my name. Do we know each other from somewhere? Does the name Kurnai ring a bell? Surely you must recognize her. Well, one... she's probably very secretive, and two, she said she wasn't known by the name Kurnai, so both of these are wrong. But I don't want to say like, surely you must recognize her. 'Tis she, the Ruby Princess. No, I'll say, does Kurnai ring any bell? Kurnai. Yes, I remember now. You are the little girl from the palace. There we go, we're being more subtle about this shit. People grow so fast, they do. You have changed so much, I scarcely recognize you. Yeah, she was a little girl, right? Yeah. I don't know, how do Kojin age? Lifespans? I haven't seen any younglings around here. Master Inban, I'm glad to see you have not forgotten me. We have sought you out today to ask you something regarding the Book of Fairy Tales you gave me long ago. I remember that one. What would you like to know? Yeah, about the remedy spoken of in the tale. You are looking to find a cure for your sleeping friend. A most noble cause indeed. I am an avid collector of ancient tomes. If one of them is the exact remedy you speak of, an elixir that can awake those who have fallen into a deep slumber. In one of them... Oh, no, she didn't say if one of them. In one of them is the one that I speak of. Truly? Then might you share with me this recipe so I can recreate it? That recipe should be easy to find. The necessary ingredients, on the other hand, not so much. It's alright, we'll deal with it from there. Just having the recipe in the first place, thank you. What do you mean? To make this potion requires the shell of a bloated Yumemi, a giant Yumemi that has had over 100 years to mature. Oh. Being like the shelled snail, like mana-eating creatures. Decades have passed since one of these was last spotted. Decades. Your only hope now would be to capture Yumemi larva and wait 100 years for it to grow potent enough to make your cure. Or, you know, we could capture like a more fully grown Yumemi and wait maybe half the time. No, that cannot be. It sounds like a long lifespan. It's too early to give up. We will find a bloated Yumemi. We'll say we'll find it, but it's too early to give up. Like, there might be other ways, or maybe there will be one out there. It's too early to give up. We've just learned of this. You're absolutely right. Just as you saved Shisui of the Violet Tides against all odds, so too must we rescue Hisui, regardless of how hopeless it seems. We will find this mystical creature no matter how hard or long we must search. Yeah, the ocean's a big place, dude. The ocean's a big place. Perhaps it is as you say. If you were to look hard enough, you will find one. Thank you for your confidence. If you are serious about this, I would suggest you begin your search in exile. It was formerly considered a prime hunting ground for these creatures. Kelp was often used to lure them out of hiding. Then I shall go and gather some straight away. Good. Gather the most succulent stalks you find and then take them into the cave. If any bloated Yumemi are present, they will immediately be drawn to you. Or perhaps you should have this woman here take them. You appear to be as strong as our gatekeeper, you do. No doubt you will be able to make quick work of whatever appears. Definitely, definitely. That's why I'm here, to be her escort. Bodyguard. Kelwyn, I shall meet you at exile in a bit. Kelp in hand. Alright, lass, if you need help gathering the kelp, you let me know. I'll go out there with you. We can go together. Ocean, dangerous place. Anything else to say, Ben? Were you not due to meet with your friend at exile? You best not keep her waiting. Yeah, I'm off. Into the ocean. I want to see what does Chocobo look like underwater. They give it a swimming animation. No, it's just sort of like flying, but like with less flappies. With less constant flapping. Look at our pal. Chocobo, notorious hunters of the ocean. Hello, lass. You okay? Nothing went wrong? I made sure to collect the longest and most luscious stalks of kelp I could find. Here. The hunting grounds Master Imben mentioned are in the deep recesses of the cave just over there. From what I gathered, the bloated Yumemi's great age is what allows him to accumulate an incredible amount of magic. Most of which is concentrated in their shell. We can only hope that, should one be here, it will be tempted out of hiding by the sweet smell of its favorite food. Okay. Well, there is definitely Yumemi here, and so we'll probably attract some Yumemi. Oh, fuck. Speaking of attracting Yumemi. Okay, all the way at the back of the cave. Ah, shoot. Ah, these guys are spooky. Let's take it out with a couple of ruins. Or a handful of ruins. Alright. Is destination kelp stalks. Succulent stalks of kelp collected by Princess Kurenai to bait bloated Yumimi out of hiding. Holy shit. Well, it's here, dude. Well, I thought this was going to be a longer hunt than this, but apparently not. There we go. Boom shakalaka, dude. How do you tell if it's 100 years old? Well, it's definitely big, dude. Well, holy shit. Turns out there was one hanging out in this cavern. Jeez, dude. Turns out one hasn't been seen because it's just been, I don't know. Guess nobody really went looking. Hey, Inben, you're here. You decided to check up on us? A mixture of concern and curiosity brought me here. How is the hunt going? Well, that was definitely a large one in there. Kelwyn, Master Impen grew worried and kindly came to check upon us. Did you have any luck in the cave? A bloated Yumemi shell. The shell of a century-old Yumemi has accumulated a prodigious amount of magic. Interesting. It says magic here. It was just like magic, but not magic with the K, like Kurnai said. Lack of consistency there. Is this what I think it is? You did it, Kelwyn. You procured a bloated Yumemi shell, perhaps the very last one in existence, even. Listen, dude, I think the tales of bloated Yumemi's extinction were greatly exaggerated. I think they just be hiding. Like this was pretty easy to find this one. And there is an entire ocean. So unless you guys know for a fact that these are a very local species and that they don't exist in other parts of the ocean, there's probably more out there. So this is the shell, rumored to be capable of curing any ailment. Any ailment? It looks nothing like that of a regular Yumemi. I know that thing had a very similar shell color, but maybe it's like, I don't know, more magical? Different coloring? Maybe it looks different because of the magics? By the way, I have this giant ass. She like took it as if she was holding it in her hand, but nah, man, I freaking dragged this big ass shell out and like, guys, I did it. That you were able to find one so quickly makes me wonder if the bloated Yumemi is not as gone as we think. Yeah, exactly. Mayhap they simply began burrowing deeper into the earth in response to our excessive hunting. So the fact that they were also easy to lure out, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it could be that they just found more ways to be sneaky and this one was just, you know, I don't know, not as practiced or not as smart. I must make up for this grievous miscalculation. Please give me the shell. I shall make the remedy you seek and deliver it to Suino Sato. Okay, the Kojin are honorable, but I would mistrust. I'd mistrust. The Kojin are honorable, so we'll trust them. It may take some time to prepare, but should be well worth the wait. Thank you very much. Now Husui might finally be saved from eternal slumber. Kelwyn, once again I am in your debt. Together let us return to Suino Sato that we might share the story of your success with Shiosai. Alright, away we go, back into the ocean. To Suino Sato. Alrighty. Shout where she usually is? Yes. And by the way, I'll say this again, but Aura looks so cool. I really like the design of the Aura. That if I didn't create this character in a realm reborn, you know, I might have probably gone Aura too. But here we are. Now Kelwyn is Kelwyn, and she can't be anything else. Just this is who Kelwyn is. I was just like, maybe I race change, but nah, Kelwyn is Kelwyn. But Aura do be very swanky. Shiosai has been duly informed of all that happened. When I told him of how you slayed the bloated Yumemi, his eyes went wide and his mouth dropped. Holy fuck. She actually found and slayed a giant-ass snail like that? Holy shit. Rarely do I ever see him so surprised. Then again, he has every right to be. Your efforts have allowed Master Imbin to set upon making a remedy that should, in theory, have been impossible to recreate. Which reminds me, I believe I owe you an apology. You were only to escort me to Tamamizu, but due to my own inability, you were forced to do much more than that. It's alright, dude. I was there to escort you because we were gonna fight things or whatever. Of course. I came with you so that I could help. Truly, I do not know what I would have done without you. In addition to saving my people, you have opened my eyes to the world. Lass, such a small taste of the world, but yeah. Through you, I've come to learn so much. Maybe we've been telling her a bit about the world, like, yeah, you know, not everybody is so nice, and also, like, you know, pointing out some things that maybe she doesn't know about. You know, like, this is her first time outside the palace, and probably her first time on land, period, so, you know. When I finally return to Shisui of the Violet Tides, and resume my role as Ruby Princess, I shall look back fondly upon the memories we created together on this grand adventure. Yeah. You know, I'm sure it's... I mean, like, the attack on the palace seems to be a, you know, a fluke situation. Like, usually the palace is very safe, but, you know, consider changing the law so that you can go out more. So I think it'd be well worth it to have a grander view of the world. Like, I know you guys are very isolationist, so you're probably, you know, but I think it'd be worth it. Once again, like, to treat with others is sometimes to make their problems your problems, but when you have problems, but that means that when you have problems, then you'll have no one to share it with, you know? There'll be no one that to share your problems with, you know? We're stronger together. So consider it. Yeah, you might be inviting troubles upon yourself, but when it comes time that you have troubles to share, when you are in need of help, then you'll have allies to help you with it, you know? Until such a time that history awakens, however, I shall remain here, I sorely hope that you shall too. Of course. Assuming it doesn't take too long. Got places to be, things to do. Yeah, of course. We shall take the paladin necklace. Alright, let's see. 265. This is 270. I'm pretty sure we probably have 270 on White Mage as well. A new level 70 White Mage garb. That didn't come with a necklace. Oh yeah, 270, 270. Yeah, so we're good, so we'll take the other thing from this. Assuming, let me see what this looks like. Don't think it's anything too fancy. Yeah, no, kind of. Well, I guess that blue is kind of nice. I don't know if you already have something that looks like that. Whatever, we'll take the White Mage one anyway, just for just one day we might. It's a decent necklace. It's a decent necklace. All right, hold on a second. Let's go back to Summoner. Okay, yeah, we have the recommended gear somewhere. Good, we're good, we're good. The Ruby Princess seems... the Ruby Princess impatiently awaits Imben's arrival. Kelwyn, Master Imben has yet to arrive with the elixir. We did trust him with this, but we must not allow ourselves to grow impatient. He will come to us as soon as it is ready. The longer we wait, however, the more I worry about Hisui. Shiosai assures me she is doing well and that, thanks to one of our own ancient remedies, her bones and muscles remain strong. How long has she been out like this? Yeah, like normally if somebody's bedridden for too long, like how long has it been? Like for long-term like bedridden patients, then yeah, you gotta worry about like muscles atrophying and whatever. But you know, I don't know how long that usually takes to sit in, but I guess this is good. As you've been given medicine like that. Even so, I feel compelled to confirm this with my own eyes. Let's go to her. Okay. I bow. Oh, here's Shiosai. Hello? Speak with Kurenai. Oh, here she is. Okay. I'm having her brought from her room. It should not be much longer. We could go see her in her room, but I guess like, no, we can't. We can't have a room that we could a room location. Just toss her on this bench. Looking upon her, I am reminded of the Ruby Princess from the fairy tale. Causes you to continue sleeping, my friend. That's a question. Let me look. I can look at her with healing magics, but they said no healing magic could help her, so I don't know. Probably some possession shit. Whatever after effects of the possession, obviously. Initially, I feared the void scent that possessed her had driven her soul from her body. Yeah, but I told you that was certainly not the case because, you know, her body was still okay, like, means her soul yet lived. Now I suspect Hisui's spirit has simply gone dormant. It is attempting to recuperate from the trauma it endured. Master Imben's elixir will likely restore what vitality has been lost. Do healing magics maybe just restore his body, not necessarily spirit? I mean, the healing magic, especially in terms of white mage, is related to ether though, right? I figured we might have some healing capacity on that, but I guess maybe this is beyond us. Maybe it's, oh no, it's gone dormant. It's gone like to where we can't reach it. I don't fucking know. Magic nonsense, dude. Soul stuff, I don't know. Indeed, that is correct. Oh, Imben, of course. I am here. Yay! Master Imbin, I have brought the elixir. Heck yeah, let's give it a go. In the olden days, we would sprinkle this over the eggs that refused to hatch. It would serve to strengthen the soul of the Kojin within. Oh, I see. Interesting. I say they hatch from eggs. I see. But since there hasn't been many fully matured you made me or whatever because you've been hunting them down. You haven't been able to do that anymore. Sprinkle. Do you mean to say Hisui does not need to drink this remedy to recover? No, we're just gonna magic it upon her. Drink it. There's no need for that. All we need to do is pour this over your friend. Here, I made plenty. Sprinkling time, dude. Douser. Whatcha? Raining down from above. Give it a second to set in. Oh, she opened her eyes. Hisui. Oh, look at these two. You are awake. Thank the Kami, you are finally awake. I'm sorry for everything. Princess, what are you talking about? Oh, memory loss? Oh, she remembered you as princess. I assume she doesn't have any memory of her possession, though. Okay, so then the palace was attacked, and then everything was possessed by demons. But then we had to spirit the Rupee princess away. But then this adventurer that the princess recruited saved us all. But then you were totally passed out in a coma. To think that you had to travel so far and overcome so many obstacles to save me. I know not how to thank you. It's alright. Your friend was committed to saving you. Nay, 'tis I who must thank you. Yeah, you put yourself in danger for her, dude. You saved each other. Think nothing of it, princess. As your lady in waiting, it is my duty above all else to ensure that you are protected. Dude, my heart. These lasses, dude, the friendship is so strong. The camaraderie. Oh, Hisui. Truly, I am blessed to have you in my life. Smile and nod, smile and nod. Happy end of this story. The girls, they are identical. I cannot for the life of me tell them apart. Yeah, apparently they're distant relatives, but yeah, this seems very close. They're very close together, but yeah, distant relatives. They have the same eye color and everything. For a second I thought their eye color was different, but not, they're the same. Indeed, this is... there is a great resemblance. Mistress Light, now that Lady Hisui has awakened, Her Grace must return to the palace and resume her duties at once. Well, I will ask you that you say your farewells to her here. I do hope that this is not the last you will see of each other. Yeah, we're friends now. I've watched Her Grace blossom into an intelligent and capable young lady under your care. Well, she was always that. She was always that, but... Yeah, you know, it's because... she went out to learn about the wider world, dude. You know, maybe consider this. You know? Maybe, you know, all your peoples need to do like a little bit journey of self-discovery before coming back to Hisui. You know, go out there, make friends, see the world a little bit, learn a little bit, come back to the village, bring back what you know. It made me think that being sequestered in the castle is not the best way to raise our rulers. Yes! Yes! Like, yeah, it keeps them safe, but also, yeah, you don't get to learn a little bit about the world. You don't get to explore and find your own way. Grow a little bit as a person. You know, gain experience from new situations. You have saved us in more ways than I can count and taught us so much. So you know Sato is forever changed because of you. Thank you for everything. Saved us in more ways than I can count and taught us so much. Yeah. See, dude? And you tried to drive us away immediately. Not gonna bring that up because you have let us stay here or whatever, but yeah, it just goes to show, dude. Once again, we can, like, sometimes the problems may be brought to you, but in the end, we help each other. I'm glad to have been able to help here. So it is here that our grand adventure together draws to a close. It was an adventure. I'm sure it was a very grand adventure to you, but this was just a footnote, dude, for mine, but yeah. I, however, would like to enjoy your company for a bit longer. Aww. Dude, just to escort me to gates too? Oh man, that's sweet. That's sweet. Enjoy our company for a bit longer. Please allow me to escort you to the gates. I'll come back and visit. We're friends now. Alright, we're gonna be escorted to the gates. I'm glad everything has been sorted for you, Lord Hisui. Glad to see you awake. We must return to the palace soon. Were the people to learn that the Ruby Princess left the palace, we will risk losing their trust. I guess the trust in, like, what, the palace being safe and everything being a-okay and stuff like that. Maybe, yeah, I guess with tradition, like, this was always the case. Like, I don't know, but maybe you should try to convince your people to change. I shall forever cherish my memories of our travels together. Whenever I look back upon them, they will fill my heart with a serene happiness. Yeah, especially since things ended so well here. I'll look back at him fondly to Kurenai. Come here, give me a hug. Is it okay to hug the princess? I'll hug the princess. She needs hugs. You came from afar and braved the depths of the sea, also that you might rescue a sleeping princess. The story has a familiar ring to it, does it not? Indeed, and just as with the tale of the fisherman, mayhap someone somewhere has recorded our story too. Maybe Inben. Or, you know, Shiosai probably. Sadly, this is where I must part ways with you. It is time for me to return to the palace. Farewell, Kelwyn. Farewell. Suino Sato. Oh, farewell, Kelwyn. Farewell, Suino Sato. Or rather, until next time. Yeah, until next time. Come over here for the hug, lass. Come over here for the hug. With me to take Her Highness's place while she is away, I do imagine it It should be too hard for her to sneak out whenever she pleases. I do not imagine it should be too hard for her to sneak out whenever she pleases. Yeah, that's right, dude. Rebel, sneak out, go see the world. Even Shiosai has difficulty telling us apart. All we do is exchange clothes and no one will be any wiser. To prove my point, here's a quick test for you. Look very closely and tell me, am I Kurnai or am I Hisui? Oh fuck. But you guys just walked me out. They wouldn't have had time to exchange clothes, right? They wouldn't have time to exchange clothes. I didn't actually get a close look to tell if there was any other distinguishing feature differences. I'm pretty sure their eyes were the same color. First I thought their eyes were different, but I'm pretty sure their eyes are the exact same colors. Whatever. You guys didn't have time to change, right? You're the princess, right? Am I wrong? If you thought you could tell us apart by our clothes, you were mistaken. Just earlier we saw garb, and I am in fact Hisui. Fuck. Damn it. Well, I voiced them differently, so... Fooled you. Yes. Despite the numerous journeys we embarked on together, it seems even you cannot tell us apart. Well, it wasn't that numerous journeys, and I did not think you would have time. When did you guys have time to fucking switch clothes, dude? Okay, sure, why not? Sure, why not? Dude, if that dude who has like sure, okay. You guys have the same eye color and everything, dude. What am I supposed to do? They don't even change the text box. Wait, they did change the text box. It's sweet. Let us leave it at that. I think perhaps we have teased Kelvin enough for one day. Oh, okay, so you weren't... I was right and you guys were lying? Just as you have guessed, I am the real Kurnai. You bastards! You bastards, I was right! You always were incredibly perceptive. That's right! That's right! That's right, you don't trick me, dude! I got it. I wonder if you would pick the other option, she would be, they would be like, no, you're right, we totally did switch places, and you were always this perceptive, but... Oh... We did it. We guessed the right one. I'm saying, like, if we had picked the other option, would they have been like, would they have still made it so that you were right? Stop playing games if you want protection. Nah, nah, nah. They can play games. They can play games. Yeah, they were just teasing me. I would have been like, oh, really? Well, you could have definitely done it, but I was, it's alright. My first instinct was the right one. Okay. Now truly, this is where I must leave you. Life is a long and winding journey, and I'm certain our paths will cross once again in the future. Until then, I ask that you keep on smiling and maintain that wonderful disposition of yours. This last is so sweet. We'll come back and see you later, lads. We're friends now. Parting farewell hug. You too. Be safe. Be safe, princess. I bow as well. There they go. Oh wait, they stopped him for a second. Oh, the little wavies as well. Bye. Be safe. They didn't just walk off, they stopped and they waved as well. Oh, that was a sweet side quest. That was a sweet side quest. I like that one. Alright. Oh, now that side quest with the Ruby Princess storyline is over. Let's go back to the mainland, the fishing village, and pick up all the quests that are out here.